Russian and Chinese diplomats at a meeting of the UN Security Council this week called on the United States to release Afghanistan's financial assets, seized and frozen after the Taliban took over the country last year. Washington earlier this month said about $3.5 billion in Afghan central bank assets will be transferred into a new Swiss-based trust fund that will be shielded from the Taliban.
The envoys of Russia and China at a meeting of the United Nations Security Council this week called on the US to release Afghanistan's financial assets, seized and frozen after the Taliban took over the country last year. The US Treasury Department earlier this month said about $3.5 billion in Afghan central bank assets will be transferred into a new Swiss-based trust fund that will be shielded from the Taliban. It said the funds will be used to help stabilize Afghanistan's collapsed economy. However, the move has been met with widespread condemnation from Afghans who have blamed Washington for the ongoing humanitarian and economic crisis as it has withheld Afghan assets for so long.
Noting the recent developments and the statement of the Central Bank of Afghanistan, we call for the full and swift return of these frozen assets to the Afghan people as early as possible so that they can be effectively used to alleviate the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan and the humanitarian suffering of the Afghan people.
The Taliban-run government in Afghanistan has termed the US move against the international norms and said if the reserves are disbursed without taking consideration the inputs by Afghanistan, the Islamic Emirate will be forced to impose fines and ban on such illegal activities.